werewolves. No, seriously. Where? Werewolves? Because they're not here. Werewolves, the new movie with Frank Grrrrrillo. The action werewolf lycanthropic thriller chiller about supermoon and half the world becoming werewolves and going on the rampage. A film I've been bigging up for ages. And I'm sitting here in the UK, yes, Starmageddon of the UK, and we haven't got the film Werewolves. No, we haven't. It hasn't arrived yet. America, you got it on December the 6th. It is now December the 9th, 2024. Australia got it on December the 5th, along with, of all places, Russia. Russia got this fucking werewolf film before we did. They're at war, for God's sake. And they're at war with the Ukraine. And the Ukraine got it. Oh, no, Ukraine are getting it on December 19th. The States, December 6th. Singapore, December 6th. Canada, December 6th. Australia and Russia, December 5th. UK, I'm looking on the list. UK is not there. Why? Why are we not getting this movie? Has Starmer got some kind of difficulty with lycanthropes? What's happening? I said before that it hasn't arrived yet. Well, it has arrived because the BBFC, the British Board of Film Classification, awarded it a 15 certificate for gory imagery, wound and injury detail and graphic content. And they did that on December the 3rd. So 3 days before its release date in the US. But to this point in time right now, it is not appearing on any streaming, it is not in any cinemas, it's not on the coming soon, it's nowhere to be found. And even in America, there seems to be quite a spotty distribution because no big sites have reviewed it that I've seen. Just, there have been reviews that have come out, and I know people that have seen it because they've told me. I mean, this is in the States. And I know I've read some reviews, but none of the big hitters have covered it at all. So I know a fair bit about the movie. I know what it isn't. And I've been talking about in the past. I mean, I didn't suspect they were going to go into the huge societal problems of like what happened the year before. Half the population got killed by werewolves. So the other half were the murderers because they became werewolves. How would you reconcile with each other afterwards? And all the scientific and apocryphal civilization disaster that this obviously culminated in. And then, oh my God, a year later, there's another super moon coming out. How are we going to prepare for that? There's loads of really bigger, deeper issues. And I know for a fact that none of them are addressed. Because really, when it comes down to, it's an action movie with werewolves. Big, towering, 7-8 foot tall werewolves. Big ears and big snouts and the kind of werewolves that we love, that you guys know I prefer. I mean, I love American Werewolf. I love a werewolf on all fours, loping around, a big muscular hellhound. I love all that too. But I much prefer one that's up there somewhere, walking on 2 great big muscle-bound legs. Oh God, and absolutely built like a fucking bodybuilder, but with a great big snout full of Bruce the Shark jaws and fangs. I like them, and this film has them. But it becomes a race against time. Frank Grrrrillo, and he's equally as muscle-bound. I love Frank Grrrrillo, and this was a match made in heaven. It is The Purge, which he's in a couple of those movies. It's The Purge, but with werewolves instead. I get that, and I'm all for it. But it becomes a race against time to get it across the city, which is going to be infested with werewolves. And he's a muscle-bound, ex-military man who's now a biochemist. It's an easy career move, I suppose. But you're meant to just take it with a big pinch of salt. It is just an action, cheeseball, goofball, throwback movie to the 80s and 90s with practical effects, great creature design, and gore aplenty. Well, apparently. But why am I telling you this? Because a lot of you have probably seen it already. But not me, not the guy that bigged it up. God, I get so frustrated. Nosferatu's coming. Nosferatu. Is that like a big toe with a big fang on it? Like Nosferatu from Robert Eggers is coming out in America on Christmas Day. In the UK, we don't get it till next year. Okay, January the 3rd, we get it. But it's still a few days later. You know, and I can't have been bigging that movie up. Why are they making us in the UK wait? Is this Starmer's pathetic trade deals and really bad negotiations with America and the incoming Trump presidency? Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. But how come Russia is getting these movies? And the Ukraine? They're at war. No one's got time to go to the cinema and watch movies about werewolves, surely. They're in their trenches. You can tell I'm a bit peeved. I am. I'm mighty peeved. I'm playing Mark Stratenfeld's score for The Grey, which is the famous Liam Neeson punching a wolf in the face. Alaskan wilderness thriller, survival tragedy, basically. A film I love. They've all crash landed. They've got to get across the bleak frozen landscape, which is bad enough. But no, there's a pack of ferocious wolves after them as well. And who's in it besides Liam Neeson? Frank Grrrrillo. The first time he ever came to my attention was in this movie, and I thought he was magnificent. I'm a massive advocate and devotee of this movie. I love Joe Carnahan's stuff anyway, director Joe Carnahan. But this is just, it's spellbinding stuff. I'm playing the score to it now because of the connection of Frank Grrrrillo and wolves, obviously, and a race against time, a survival quest. Folks, I've even looked on those nefarious, you shouldn't look on those sites. No, not those ones. No, the illegal streaming sites where everything that's come out, it's there. Yeah, everything is there at the moment. All the big hitters, all the little shitty films that are out at the moment, or haven't even come out yet, they're all available there, except Werewolves. You know, I am beginning to take this personally, and I've been checking. You guys know sometimes, not often, but I get invited to, you know, advanced screenings. I know nobody in the UK that's been to an advanced screening, a press screening, because this film does not appear to be allowed to play anywhere. Oh, the BBFC have seen it, and they only gave it a 15. In America, it's a hard R. So what's delaying it? Is it? I forget. I didn't write down the production company, the distribution company, which I think they're called Briarcliff, something like that. Have they got a really shitty deal with the UK? Or they just don't care about the UK? I've been dying to review this movie. There's no soundtrack either. The Newton brothers did the score for this movie, and I like their stuff. They do a lot of the, you know, the Haunting of Bly Manor and the Haunting of Hill House. They do a lot of that stuff. So you can write very atmospheric and also quite adrenalised stuff at the same time. But there's no soundtrack for it. What? Very often a film comes out, say the end of the week, the Thursday or the Friday, but the score in a lot of cases drops, sometimes just a couple of days beforehand. In the case of Nosferatu, which comes out December 25th or the 3rd of January 2025 in the UK, the score came out 2 weeks ago. I reviewed it on the channel. How come that came out so unbelievably early on? But hey, it arrived. I'm happy about that. But there's no score for this at all. The film is out now. No score. And all the film score sites that I go on, there's no mention of it at all. No one's even said, you know, oh, where's the score for it? It's like no one's asked about this movie. What? Are you seriously suggesting to me, oh gods of werewolf movies, that me, the biggest fan of all hairy howlers out there, I've got to wait until January the 17th to watch Wolfman from Bumhouse? Is that going to be my lycanthropic fix? Where's the one I was looking forward to? This one? What? I'm 55. I shouldn't be getting so worked up about the lack of a movie's presentation towards me. My heart, you know, I should be looking after myself, not getting apoplectic about these things. Of course, I may just go the other way. Oh, it's come out now. I don't care. I don't want to see it. No, moment's gone now. Not interested. Be some pathetic gatekeeper, like. Oh, folks, I want to talk about werewolves. Not in general, but about the bloody movie. And I'm being denied access to it. Sorry if I'm talking a bit funny. I've bitten the inside of my cheek, but well, the inside of my gum, right there, just the inside of that bit there. So my teeth are hitting it almost constantly, and it really ripped it werewolf style. My fangs just really punctured it. I wouldn't mind, but I'd made the tea, a great big pasta bake, great big deep dish. Oh, fantastic, with all my extra secret ingredients. And the family always said, don't be putting your extras in it. You give it too much of a kick. It's just too much. It's too hot. You put too much garlic in there. Okay, I won't. Everything went in. But this time, it worked a treat. Everybody loved it. And there's still some left as well. And I was testing it out. Oh, that smells. Took it out of the oven. Oh, that smells fantastic. I'll just melted cheese on the top as well. I'll just try that. Make sure my hidden extras are doing their thing. And hot. Took a bite, ripped half the inside of my mouth out. So that should teach me a lesson. It won't. And even the whiskey I drunk just before making all this didn't deaden the pain either. So it is what it is. Folks, I am literally itching to do a great big warts and all, really in-depth, spoiler-right review of this movie that a lot of you've seen. Damn it! But I can't. And why isn't it on any of these illegal sites? It will be. It'll go on at some point. But if you go online, it looks in the UK, oh, it's going to play Netflix. No, it's not on Netflix. It's not on anything. It's not playing on any streaming platform whatsoever. If it suddenly comes out, then hey ho, great. But I wanted to see it at the flicks with a crowd of people, with sound effects and great big screen and people jumping and... But no. Well, not yet. If the BBFC have given it a certificate, that means, and it said for home entertainment, that was interesting as well. It didn't specify, because normally the BBFC will put down a release date for it, whether it's going to be on DVD, Blu-ray, UHD, or a theatrical presentation, or a streaming platform. They'll put down the date of its release. No release date. Nothing. It's mysterious. And more than a trifle annoying at the same time. But they did specify that this was for a home entertainment release, which would suggest, I've just remembered something as well. I perused Amazon, because someone said it might be on Amazon Prime. It isn't. It's not on anything at all. But I found what looks like a German Blu-ray cover for Werewolves. And it is Werewolves. It is the Frank Grrrrillo movie. It just says currently unavailable. So have they not got a deal for theatrical distribution in the UK and maybe certain bits of Europe? Maybe. So it's going to come straight out onto home video. Well, I don't know, folks. I don't know. But I'm annoyed. I'm in the dark. God. I get so frustrated about these things, because I look forward to them and I give advance word, I talk about them, I give you all the facts and info and a lot of my opinions and ideas and hopes and dreams for these things. Or I also post dire warnings about certain things. Wolfman. Which could be great, let's be honest, could be great. Oh, I've just bit it again. See, you mentioned something from Bumhouse and shit happens. Oh God. Sorry, no offence. But yeah, you can comment below, you can let me know if you've seen it, or better yet, message me and say, it's available here. And I will scurry off and go watch it and then report back. I don't mind, if I am being denied the chance to see this at the cinema, which has happened with other movies of course, and I've had to go down these illicit roads, the Last Voyage of the Demeter being another one. Well, I had to go and find that somewhere, because it looked like we weren't going to ever get to see that. So I'm not averse to doing that. I don't like to do it, I don't want to do it, but if you're not going to give me any other option, I want to see the film. So I want to see the film. I, Werewolf, big fan, want to see it. God. Oh. Calm down, Kilt-Man, calm down. It's only a movie. The music's reflecting my mood right now. Simmering anger and rage, primal ferocity. Anyway, I'll be back later on with a proper film review. Yes, of a film that does exist. You can watch it. I know, because I've seen it and I've got it. I've got it Blu-ray. No, have I got it 4K? I think it's just Blu-ray. Can't remember now. I only saw it the other day as well, but I've forgotten. In all my frustration, my fairy fang frustration, and my forlorn attitude towards a lack of werewolfery. Anyway, so I'll be reviewing later on. But in the meantime, and this ever sitting there and sulking on my fat lip, and it is a fat lip now because I've bitten the inside of it to hell and back. I'll finally get to see it and I'll be like, shit, wasn't very good. And you watch, I won't be a big fan of werewolves, but I'll end up being a big fan of Wolfman. I don't believe that for a minute, folks. I don't. But stranger things have happened. And you can stream that as well, Stranger Things. Anyway, folks, I have been watching Kilt-Man. Please, in the meantime, in this ever... Where's a supermoon when you need one in between time? Please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And I'm going to see you all. God damn you, damn you.